Hey you guys, it's Dani. Welcome to my desk. So today we are going to be talking about top 10 deck pairs. So I was perusing YouTube the other day and I came across Meg White's video. And I was like, oh, this is going to be fun. It set me off on a tangent. So I figured we might as well just hop right in and do this tag as well, because I'm thinking about, these are some of my favorite pairs and coming up with new pairs. And then that got me like perusing all of my collection. And then I'm like, maybe I should rethink some of these decks, and maybe I should rehome some of these and maybe take these out of purgatory. Like, it sent me on a whole thing. So I'm sure I'll bring you along with me when that starts after this, because this is what brought it on. So we're just gonna flow with it. Again, it's fall. I do this every fall and every spring. I gotta reset everything, so I'm sure we're gonna do a crazy video with my entire collection. So keep an eye out for that. Anyway, let's go into the hashtag top 10 deck pairs. So I have a few that I've used for a long time. I have a few that I just started using, and I have some that I just decided to put together. So we're just going to have fun. I just kind of grabbed some of my favorite pairings, whether they be new or old. So we're just going to dive right in. I want to start with one of my favorite aesthetic pairs, and that is the Somnia Tarot and the Cottage Witch Oracle. You guys, a lot of the time I choose my pairs consciously, aesthetically, especially when I'm reading for myself. A lot of times I will aesthetically choose. Now, I can't always guarantee that when I read for other people that they're going to be aesthetically pleasing. Oh shit, sorry. My Siri never listens to me until I'm not talking to her. Making sure she didn't hear me again. Let me take a sip of my little chai latte. Okay, anyway, let's see. Look, can you see up here? Oh, where am I at? Can you see right here? I have my light. Trying to fix this because my lighting is crap right now because of where the sun is. So we're just going to try and fix this. Yes, it is green. It's a green light because this camera sucks. I like this one, but this one sucks. Okay. Listen one thing at a time, you guys. I'm trying. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So a lot of times for myself, it's usually very aesthetically pleasing. I can't always promise reading for clients that they're going to be aesthetic, because I just I choose on the energy. And sometimes I have to battle myself. Other times I can win. But it is not always the case. But I use this. I actually set this up, grabbed these two, used it the other day, fell in love, and I've been using them together ever since. And I usually pair Cottage Witch with a lot of different things because it's part of my aesthetic, so it fits with a lot of decks. But honestly, these two have been staying together. I just feel like it reads so well. It looks so good. Isn't that beautiful? Like, no matter where you go. And they just read so well. Let's see. The Knight of Swords, Escape with Storybook, and the Sun. Do you see what I mean? Like escaping to a better place. Like you're on your way. I love it. I love it. Oh, look at this. It's one of my favorite pairs right now. I have been using it since I got the Somnia Tarot. This is the illustrated version, if you didn't notice. I don't know if I said that, but it's the Somnia Tarot. Anyway, ever since I got it, I've been using these two together. Like, they have been inseparable. Love. Up next is a set that I grabbed for the color, but kept for the sass. I like to read. This is one of those, like, if I want to read for myself and I'm feeling a little cheeky, I just want to have some fun. This always gives me some pretty great readings. This is Zekes Arcana. Just going to give a quick shuffle because I have the urge to. Okay. So that's Zekes Arcana with Elvine Oracle. So these are the backs. This is so cheeky and fun. They read really well together. I mean, if you love something, set it free. You have the Ace of Cups here with the Nine of Swords. Like, come on. So good, so good, so good. The Lovers, worry is suffering twice. The Hermit, oh. Got some feels all up in here. I'm telling you, it's cheeky. It's hard-hitting. Oh, look at this. The Tower with the Three of Swords. Where we are going, we don't need eyes. Wow. I love these together. Like, everything about it, the aesthetic, the messages. I love setting them up like this, or even like the opposite way when I'm playing with pairs. That's just like, I love reading that way. Especially for myself, because it just, like, I don't know, it feels right. Oh no. I just totally lost a thing on the bag. Oh well. It's not a Peggy bag. I'll be calling Peggy. Oh, I gotta show y'all this pair. Living for it. This is the Witchfolk Tarot with Mercury, Salt, and Sulphur. So good. I mean, aesthetically speaking, beautiful. But one of my favorite parts about reading with this is obviously the simple palette, but the simplicity of the cards as a whole. The Folk Witch Tarot is super simplistic. It is not RWS, really. It's just kind of its own thing. But it just works so well with this Oracle. I feel like the Oracle has, I mean, I love this in general, but this Oracle really does have great keywords. Really great keywords. Four of Pentacles, abundant, King of Pentacles. You know? It flows with the tarot regardless. And just aesthetically speaking, so beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at this one. How cool is that? It's just so great. And like laid out, I do love different size cards together. So like a bigger oracle with a smaller tarot, or a bigger tarot with a smaller oracle. I do like that look. I really do. Yum. I mean, just look at that. Yummy. Yummy. Up next is a bit of a newer one. It is the Millennial Tarot. I'm just going to grab like a chunk of these. I'm going to grab them all. With Animal Apothecary. So I recently got Animal Apothecary not too long ago. And I started pairing it with this deck. And just another one that I just kind of became obsessed with. I love using these together. Another one that the keywords really flow, especially with this deck. The keywords feel like they're in the same era. They're in the same space, right? Like, first like, no expectations, bit calm investment. I mean, that alone all kind of correspond. But you can see how, like, free getaway, get out of your head, work-life balance, they all really fit like they're made from the same. The whole thing just feels like it was a group think, you know, like everything kind of fits together. The Tenderest, Magnetism Through Gratitude, Insta-famous. It just works. Gaslighting, Transformation, Self-care with the 5 of Thoughts and the 4 of Thoughts. It's so good. It's just so good. And I find like you can use this tarot, I'm still gushing about it, in so many different ways, almost as an oracle if you wanted to. Like, I don't know. It's great. Anyway, let's go with one that I enjoyed this summer, and that is the Hilda Tarot and Coastal Curiosities. You guys, they're perfect together. Uh-oh. Hold on. The white balance is way off here. Might have to shield them. Look at this. Look at how sweet. It's got such an adventurous feel all the way around. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that fun? I feel like there's a lightheartedness to Hilda that's really, I don't know, complementary to kind of the serious nature of Coastal Curiosities. I say it's serious. It's not, I don't know, I don't find it like frivolous really. And so I find that it brings like a balance to each other in the way that it reads, I find. Isn't it great? Again, another one that I feel like has a very good voice together. She also goes really well with the Cottage Witch Oracle. Again, I told you guys I have a lot of cards that go with that deck, but she works well with that one too. Are y'all ready for one of my stranger ones? So these really don't go together aesthetically, but they read really well together. And I don't know, it's just one of those things that just naturally happened. And I just don't question it. It's a lot. I will say it's a lot. But for some reason, I don't know, it just reads really well for me together. So, the Gentle Thrills Tarot. And what is this called? The Witch's Oracle? I'll have it down below for sure. For sure. These are the backs. You can tell they're glossy. There's my camera. Okay. So you can see Like, wow, wild. It's wild, but it reads really well. I think it's because there's so much going on here that I need to drag it back down to a different space, maybe? I don't know. I don't quite know, but for whatever reason, I feel like this works so well. So, yeah, I don't know. I love this. I mean, this King of Cups with the Black Cat and the Hierophant. The Star with Lessons, and then the Ten of Pentacles. I just really like how it plays off of each other. Not everything makes sense, but somehow this does to me. Let's go with another bit of a wild one. Desert Illuminations Tarot and the Compendium of Constellations. You guys, I've been playing with this and I adore it. I've been having so much fun. This is the kind of deck that I usually only use for myself. And so it's been such a summer deck. I really have loved messing with this. It's been out all summer. But reading it with this compendium has been a lot of fun. I especially like laying this one out in a grid versus like, I don't know, like sometimes I'll do like an oracle and a tarot together, and then I look at each message. Sometimes I set them up in different ways, but this one, these together, I really like setting up in a block. So like one here, one here, one there, one there, one there, one, like, I don't know, big spread, all mixed in together, and just kind of let it talk to me that way. Yeah, if you haven't guessed yet, I love simplicity usually in my oracles. I like it to be able to add to the tarot, because it is incredibly rare that I ever just read with an oracle. I usually get oracles to go with tarot, you know? Not necessarily like, I want this one specifically for that one, although I have done that aesthetically. But I usually tend to acquire things, obviously, that are part of my aesthetic and just kind of individually flow. Not individually, collectively flow together. I said individually. Lord, it's been a day. But anyway, you can see all the rainbows, and this camera does it no justice. This is bright as hell. Look at that. Let's see. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just bright and fun, and I love it. I love it. The next one I love for a very specific reason. It gives me ancestor vibes, and I love using these together when doing some of that work, ancestor work and pulling cards in that manner. Granted, I use a lot of different things as well, but this especially is one of my favorite pairs to use. And that is the Antic Anatomy and Herbal Astrology. My ancestry work has been all over the place this year. I usually contain it to Samhain, but it's been all over this year. So I've been using this quite a bit in terms of that. Again, there's something simple and something like, I don't know, it just puts me in a good space, a very grounded, earthy space. I mean, we're looking at bones, botanicals. What more do we need? What more do we need? I feel like this one speaks very subtly. Oh, look at that. It's just so gorgeous. All the way around. Such a good reader. It's like, I don't know. It gives me chills. My last two correspond with me in my Halloween vibes. My next two are probably going to be some of the main ones that I am going to be using for the spooky season because I love these matches. First up, I started messing with this last month when I was messing with Darkwood Tarot, because Horror Tarot is done by the same artist, Abigail Larson, as Darkwood Tarot, which we studied in my Mystic fam. The membership on the channel, links down below. Anyway, we looked at the Darkwood Tarot, but the lovers in the Dark Tarot and the Horror Tarot remind me of each other. So it made me pull out the Horror Tarot to see if I was crazy or if I was right. And, most of the time I'm crazy. This time I was right. But it got me messing with this Horror Tarot. I didn't put it down. I played with it alongside what I was doing. And so with that, I paired the Citadel. And the red threads through it with the storytelling vibes that come from Abigail Larson's artwork is magnificent. Check it. Sorry, I know this is terrible lighting. Trust me, it's beautiful. It's got such good spooky vibes. There's the Lover's card. All the hands. I love this deck together. Again, I need that simplicity with something that's a little more intricate. And it's like, I know that a lot of people would not call this simple, but I think it's the plain white background. Even though there is a lot on the page and it's very intricate art, there is still a simplicity about the card itself. So anyway, I love it. And last but not least, the cutest of them all, Happy Halloween Tarot and the Secrets of Wanwood. So the Secrets of Wanwood I use next to the Boo Tarot as well, which my Boo Tarot still has an insane bow in it. It's kind of bad. I don't know what I'm going to do. But this time I'm pairing these together because it makes me so stinking happy. It makes me feel like Halloween when I was a kid. Everything looks Halloween-y and it feels cold and spooky, like a cool, crisp breeze. It smells like apples and spices. I love it. And I know I'm about to divide the community, but I love candy corn. I don't care what you think. I am a trash person and you can't change my mind. I love candy corn, especially the candy pumpkins. I can't even. And I can't really have them anymore because it's way too much sugar for my system. However, I can have one. So some days I have one. It's Halloween. It's Halloween. Don't at me, bro. This is the most adorable. It gives me all the feels. And I cannot wait to work with this for the next, month and a half. Anyway, you guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for talking deck pairs. And we'll be back as I maniacally go through all of my decks and make some ruthless choices. I'm being pretty ruthless right now. I'm going for a revamp, so we'll talk about that soon. If you are looking for any of these decks, if I have links, they're going to be down below. Also, if you are looking for me, all my other social media, as well as how to book a reading with me, 3 Fat Readers, all that good stuff, all going to be down in the description box below, as well as joining the Mystic fam. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all of your support. And yeah, we'll talk to each other very soon. I'm sending you all my love. Mwah. Later, Gators.